my name is Kevin. You might know me already because I have always been uploading Project Diva gameplay videos on this channel, and I thought it would be interesting to have a top 10 list of the hardest songs in the franchise. More precisely, in this video I'm going to talk about the top 10 hardest songs in Project Diva F Second. I'm also planning to do videos on Project Diva F and the prequels as well. To be more precise, I'm of course talking about the extreme chart only, and I'm going by how hard it is to perfect the song. Some songs might not be hard all the way, but are just so insanely hard to perfect. So that's what I'm going for in this video. And also keep in mind, I'm not including songs like Hatsune Miku no Geksho for the reason because they also appear in other games, and in that other game no chart is harder. So I'm only including the hardest version of the song. But without further ado, let's just jump into the list with number 10. Yeah, so number 10 is Blackjack. This song is pretty fast, so for some people that will make the song hard for that reason alone. But it's not a hard song all the way through. It has that one part that is pretty difficult, but other than that, it's not that hard of a song. Just if you're struggling with fast speeds, as I said. And also it might be a bit disorienting because the background can really get in the way because, yeah, the video is pretty insane too. Other than that, another reason that makes it a bit hard is the rhythm is not that easy. It's a bit strange at first, but once you get into the song, it shouldn't be that difficult. But as I said, there's one part in particular that can make you struggle, especially if you're playing with challenge items, but let's not talk about that. Number 9 is the song with the strange name, especially for foreign people, Kochira Kofuguanshin Inkai desu. This song at first might seem like a very easy song because it starts out so insanely slow, but once you're past that first half minute, it will get pretty insane. The rhythm is just very strange and very interesting to say the least, and while it's not that insanely difficult, it surely keeps up the pace and will get very hard towards the end. They just add the hardest parts and save them for the last, like they do for many songs. So overall this song has not a particular very hard part, but it just gets very hard near the ending, and yeah, it's also a bit hard because if you pay attention too much to Miku, you might fail. Number 8 is Kagedo Days. This song is very unique in the entire series for the reason alone that even though it's an extreme chart, only 2 of the main buttons are being used, and that's the circle and the cross button. But still, the song manages to be pretty difficult. The main reason for most people might be that the song has a pretty high tempo. Another very hard part, and I know I struggled with that in the beginning, is that the beginning is not that easy because it might be disorienting for many players how they change it up between the buttons and the star notes, and that is pretty tricky indeed. Other than that, if you're a really hardcore player and want to play the arrow notes as they're supposed to by releasing both buttons, then this will be very very hard because you have to be very quick. But if you cheat on the arrow notes, that's not that difficult. Other than that, it's just a song that keeps up the tempo all the time, and you just have to stay strong. But if you do, you will get that perfect. Number 7 goes to Narisomashiki Genga. This song has a very hard part near the end, and that's the main reason I at least struggled with that song for a long time to get that perfect. Other than that, it's also a similar reason to the last entry. It's pretty high tempo overall. But other than that, especially if you alternate between left and right, it shouldn't be that difficult. There is that one part though, where you have to follow the bass line, and if you don't pay attention to that, you might get confused, like, what am I even supposed to play here? And also they trick you with one note, where it's not very clear when you have to press, and if you're not cautious, you will miss that note. So yeah, they pull some tricks on you on that song. But other than that, if you get those specific parts down, then you're not far away from a perfect. Number 6 on the list is Knife. This song is an interesting case because some people might not struggle with the song at all and some do. The reason that I put it on number 6 is that players who are not used to play with 2 hands, alternating between 2 hands, will probably struggle with that one because it has uneven button changes. What I mean by that is, for example, you have 3 circle notes and then it changes to another one. And you have to kind of get used to these uneven changes, and if you're not, you will struggle with that one, I can assure you that. There are these parts where Len sings very fast, and these parts are really a nightmare and will make you reset on that song a lot of times if you're going for that perfect. But the rest of the song, not that extremely hard, but you really gotta practice here. But if you do, you will be rewarded by that perfect eventually. Number 5 on the list is Koase Koase. Miku just wants to destroy everything, and I can understand it when she is playing that song. This is a very unique case of songs, because it's not really hard to get a good score probably, or just to pass the song, but it's just a song where it's very likely for you to get a save, where you just missed that timing up by just a tiny bit. It just has that weird rhythm going on, I can't even describe what it is. But yeah, it just makes me wanna quit and wanna throw my controller out of the window. There are songs that are even worse than that for that kind of timing thing, but we're going to talk about that another time. So overall, while there are some hard parts, the main difficulty comes from the high likelihood of getting saves over and over again. And yeah, this is the reason it's that high up on the list. Oh, what? Diva and Polka? The tutorial is number 4 on the list. Yeah, I'm actually not kidding you. Diva and Polka is number 4 on my list, but of course, even though it says tutorial on the top of the screen, you can also kind of see extreme. Yeah, for Prodigy 5 Second they decided that they made an extreme version of the tutorial. Very strange and crazy idea, but I really like it. This song has been a classic, of course, and while this chart starts out very easy, actually for most of the song it's a very easy chart, the end will get insane, and if you're not an experienced player, the end will really screw you up, because there are button changes all over the place, and while they're not uneven changes at least, this song is pretty hard. And what especially can really screw you up badly is that in the end they add all these star notes, and you know how it is with F second. Sometimes the stars just don't work and you get a save. So overall, only the end part is hard, but it's very hard, so I really think it deserves number 4 on my list. Number 3 on the list is Envy Catwalk. That song is freaking amazing, right? But still, it's a very challenging song. I really like playing that song. It's one of the funnest songs in F second to play, definitely. But if you're not used to playing with 2 hands, alternating between left and right, then you will really struggle with that song. There are parts where you absolutely need to have down this technique, and if you haven't done it, well, good luck. You will probably fail. And yeah, if that wouldn't be worse enough, there are a lot of parts that are very tricky, can be disorienting, or just are plain mean. But I really like playing that song. It doesn't have that part that is just insanely difficult, but yeah, you get what I mean. It's a hard song all the way through, it's pretty fast, it has its hard parts, and I think it's definitely deserving to have place number 3 on the list. But it will only get harder from this point on. Number 2, Nijigen Dream Fever. This song is amazing. It's the most fun song to play in Prodigy F second to me, and probably one of the most fun songs in the entire series. But it doesn't mean that it's not hard. No, it's very hard indeed. I mean, I'm an experienced player by now, so I enjoy to get some challenge. It's just that this song has a very high tempo too, especially at the one part where it picks up the tempo. You really gotta do the read there. And also there are some uneven changes, so better be cautious for that. Of course, especially before the star notes, they crack up the difficulty even more. Overall, this song is just very hard to play all the way through, and especially near the end, there are these parts where you have to rotate on the controller basically, where it changes buttons all the time, and yeah, you can easily slip up there and ruin your perfect score. But other than that, it's very fun if you like to have a challenge. If you get that perfect, you will be very happy, especially if the first time around. But it's not the hardest song in F second. What could be worse than that? I have to be honest with you, the main reason I even wanted to make a video is to talk about that song, and for me it was clear from the very beginning that number 1 will be Musunde Hiraite Rasets Tomukuro, and yeah, I learned that name today and finally I have it down. This song is just insane. Many people will say, what? Why this song? It's not that hard. And yeah, you're right. It's not hard all the way through. But as I mentioned at the very beginning of this video, this list is about how hard it is perfect, and it definitely is the hardest song to perfect in F-Second, to me at least. This song is marked as a song 8.5 stars, and for me, Sega was just insane when they made that decision, because there is that one part that is just impossible, and I'm telling you, impossible, unless you have a very, very good tactic how to do it. Why did they add these arrow parts? You know how Sega usually made the songs that are returning from the other games easier? Well, for that song they just decided, screw all that, we're making it 10 times harder. Because by adding these random arrows, I don't know how they expected you to play that without just having some, yeah, sort of crazy plan. So this was an easy choice for me, and if that wouldn't be enough, even if you perfectly do that part, there is that part in the very, very end that can easily make you fail on that perfect run, and if you do that, you're just, yeah, the most unhappy person on earth. So overall, this is definitely the hardest songs for me in F-Second, and I'm interested to hear if you agree. Yeah, so there you have it. That's my list of the top 10 hardest songs in Project Diva F-Second. Please leave your comments below, or also give a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. And yeah, tell me what you think about that list, if you agree or not. Maybe you can also tell me your list. And if you're interested about more videos like that, I want to do more videos, also like I said, a top 10 list of of F, and also the previous games. Yeah, just tell me your opinion, and yeah, stay tuned to this channel, stay tuned to all Miku stuff. Yeah, keep loving Miku, that's all, bye.